taken for tonight. Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. He blocks that jab. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Counter shot. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10. Here we go. It's round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is Frazier in trouble? Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? What's keeping Joe Frazier on his feet?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice job by him to block that jab. You don't want to trade shots. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about it. There's the bell for round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pickpocket and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. A big whiff with the right hook. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
Nice defense on that hook. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made for...
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. He misses with that jab. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Body shot work is fantastic. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Needs a knockout without a...
And there's the bell for round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you bluff and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Nobody home with that hook. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Defense is not an option for these two. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no... Here we go in the 6th round. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Can't find a home for that jab. They miss with the jab. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're not thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Two fighters are made for one another. So close with that uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Round 7, here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. Shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the score. scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell sometimes.
And we enter the 8th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I go to the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
These punches coming from every angle. Write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice job blocking the hook. Holding nothing back here in the round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your boxing back together.
Good work. And there's the bell to start round 9. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Now Usyk might go down here. What an upset. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Usyk!
Sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. And here comes the 10th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They block that jab. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good defense blocking the right jab. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Are we about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out? Never count out smoking Joe Frazier.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Don't give him no free.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with the hook. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot and that's when he catch you.
Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get...
On to the 12th. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. That counter shot lands. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just missed with that hook. Right hook just missed. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is...